The Department of Conservation is warning anyone game enough to climb Mount Ruapehu to view the crater lake to take care. While there is no sign of a big eruption in the offing, the walls of the crater lake are unstable. We've had a camera up at the crater lake today, and Alistair Wilkinson has the story.
The breach of Mount Ruapehu's crater lake is obvious from the air, but getting up close is fraught with danger. Doc warns trampers to take in the view from a safe distance on the ridge above.
We're advising people to keep away from this area because certainly the walls, as we can see, of what's left of the dam are still crumbling. And the other thing is there's always that possibility of one of those steam eruptions.
The release of water caused depressurization down below, triggering the release of more steam and the possibility of an eruption and another lahar.
It's quite uncertain. This is a relatively new situation for us.
Scientists are still collecting data from sites on the mountain and down the Ruapehu River to measure the volume and speed of Sunday's deluge.
This event will be the best studied lahar anywhere in the world ever. It already is.
The purpose? To better understand how lahars move and prepare for the next one whenever it comes.
The reality is Ruapehu is just behaving as volcanoes do.
The force of Sunday's lahar unearthed a chilling reminder of the tragedy which struck here more than 50 years ago. It's the remnants of an undercarriage from the train which plunged into the waters in the dead of night.
This is very significant. We know that there's a lot of debris still in the river from the 1953 Tangiwai disaster, and we also know that there's 28 bodies which never recovered from that disaster.
There are no plans to recover the wreckage. Local Māori say it belongs where it lies. Alistair Wilkinson, 3 News.
As you saw in that report, we have had a camera at the crater lake today. Later in Campbell Live, there'll be a detailed report on what scientists found there. Well, some of the first pictures of Sunday's lahar were taken by a family working on a ski hut high up on Ruapehu's slopes. They heard by radio that it was coming, so they turned on their camera and recorded what happened. Stephen Parker has their story.
When the lahar started to rumble down, this family just happened to be high on the mountain and the very first people to see it coming.
Hey, have a look at that. Pummeling in.
Their hut had received a warning radio call. Instead of running away, they, with the kids, wanted to look.
So we all ran out to go and see what was going down, and the first thing you had was the sound. The sound was just this massive crash and rumble.
The group had been on a work party at Te Kino, an isolated ski club which sits high on the eastern side of the mountain. It just happens to sit next to the deep Ruapehu Gorge, the main route down for the lahar.
It was scary and worrying, you know, kept looking around, making sure the kids were still there. Nobody'd been blown over the edge, but yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. And when the cloud actually cleared a bit, you could see down sort of towards the desert road, and you could see it all fanning out.
There are plenty of images of how the lahar was spreading at the bottom, but what the prowls captured were rare shots of how it first looked when it burst out of the crater. And with him was a friend visiting from England. He's only been in the country a week and he had no idea there was any lahar risk.
Exciting, thrilling and just, well, amazing, you know, because don't have anything really like that in the UK as such. So it's a pretty one-off.
It was an experience none will forget.
Look at that. That is amazing.
It's not put them off from returning to the mountain. As they say, who knows what next? Perhaps an eruption. Stephen Parker, 3 News.